Okay, so you've been thinking about making a move to Pittsburgh, and one of the questions that keeps coming up is what is there to do in Pittsburgh? What do we do during the winter months? What do we do during spring, summer, and fall? Well, if that's a question of yours, you're in luck. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you can do in the city of Pittsburgh during any given season. And as always, my friends, my name is Tim Phillips with the Phillips team here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is my goal with this channel to be your #1 resource for everything and anything involving your move to our wonderful city. If at any time you have questions throughout the video, please send me an email at my email address below, and I'd be happy to answer that for you. I put out content weekly, so if you're liking what you're watching, please hit the like button, ring the bell, hit subscribe, stay up to date so that way you don't miss anything that could affect your move to our area. All right, so without stalling anymore, let's get into it. Top 5 things to do in the city of Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh has been a great place and really sneaky with how many fun things that you can do while you're here. Just recently, National Geographic ranked Pittsburgh as one of its top places to travel to in 2026. And there's more. Pittsburgh has also been named World Festival and Event City by International Festival and Events Association. So Pittsburgh has been recognized globally with receiving this award. That's a huge compliment to all the events that are held here in our area throughout the entire year. We're going to start with the events and talk about that just as a category. One of the festivals that's going to drive a lot of traffic and a lot of people are going to attend is Light Up Night downtown. It's a really fun event that you're going to see a ton of families at and people in general for the lighting of the Christmas tree in the city of Pittsburgh. Some of the more notable events that are held in the city of Pittsburgh are some events like Picklesburgh, which is absolutely huge. It is a pickle-themed festival that happens during the summer months. And there's vendors from all over, people serving food, canned pickled goods, people serving beer, pickle flavored. Everything is pickle themed, and you'd be surprised how many dishes you can find out there that taste pretty good, even if you're not a pickle fan. But it's a huge event that the city has. A ton of people come in from all over to attend it, and the duration of the event lasts about 3 to 4 days. So it's not just a one-day event. You can either attend on a Friday, Saturday, or the ending day, Sunday. Another event that is also held during the summertime in the city of Pittsburgh, it's located in the Bloomfield neighborhood, is called Little Italy Days. It's another super fun event, and if you haven't guessed it yet, it's all Italian themed. From food to wine to desserts to anything that you can imagine, Little Italy Days is a super fun event that the community really looks forward to every single year. Something new for us this year in the event space is Pittsburgh is going to be the host of the 2026 NFL Draft. That's going to be held down at the North Shore by Accushore Stadium. We still call it Heinz Field. If you're from Pittsburgh, you're going to call it Heinz Field. But it's down where the Steelers play, and that is going to be a very heavily attended event where it's only going to happen this year, but if you're around and you're making a trip to our area, you might want to check it out. And one of my personal favorite events that's actually coming up here really soon that collaborates with Hanukkah, Christmas, and the Lunar New Year is the Holiday Lantern Festival held at the Pittsburgh Zoo. We have so much fun walking through the zoo, seeing all the different creations and things that they have out there that are lit up. It's such a nice experience. Of course, they're going to have drinks and desserts, and there's opportunities to meet Santa Claus. And if you are a member of the zoo, you can also get a discount with attending that festival. And the last 2 festivals that are worth mentioning are the Pittsburgh Grand Prix, which is awesome. There's a ton of old cars that you can see, and they actually shut down Shenley Park, and they use the roads through Shenley Park as like a little raceway. That's a super neat event. If you're into cars, that's something that you should definitely check out. And the other one is the Three Rivers Arts Festival that has performers and musicians and artists, and it's just such a cultural melting pot of people coming together and seeing all types of different art presented in ways of either music or painting or performances. It's another fun festival to attend. That's also held in the summer months as well as the Grand Prix. So to wrap up, #1 of our top 5 things to do in Pittsburgh, go experience the festival. Okay, moving on to #2 with the top 5 things that you can do in the city of Pittsburgh is attend a sporting event. We are a city that has a rich history of athletics and championships and just strong fan base towards Pirates, Penguins, Steelers, Pitt football, Pitt basketball, Duquesne basketball, Duquesne football, just to name a few. So just to stay on top of the summer months for just a minute, go to PNC Park where the Pirates play. But we do have one of the most beautiful parks in all of Major League Baseball. PNC Park sits in the center of the city, and you can overlook and see all the tall buildings and skylines and the river. It is just an absolutely beautiful sight, especially on a nice sunny day. Going to a Steelers game may be an option for you. Head down to the North Shore on a Sunday, experience the high energy fan base, people everywhere packed, and cheer on the black and gold. And once Pirate season is over and Steelers season is coming to an end, the Penguins will start to pick up in the October months. And go check out a Penguin game at PPG Arena. And just so you know, all of these arenas are super close to each other downtown Pittsburgh. So PNC Park and Heinz Field are literally about 200 yards from each other, with PPG Arena just being a very short walk from PNC Park, crossing over the Roberto Clemente Bridge and making a few turns, walking through the streets to get up to PPG Arena for a Penguins game. So if you're worried about them being far apart from one another, you could essentially see 2 games in one day if the schedules line up that way and you want to do that. Also, heading to the Peterson Event Center, which is in Oakland where the Pittsburgh Panthers play. That's also a super fun event that you can take your family to, or if you are just a basketball fan yourself. Most recently, the Pitt volleyball team has been doing really, really well, making it deep into the NCAA tournament and being nationally ranked. And also, every couple years, Pittsburgh will host rounds 1 and 2 of the men's NCAA basketball tournament. So if you're a basketball fan, you can go watch Pitt basketball. And if you also have another team from a different area during the tournament, and if they make the tournament, you can head down to PPG Arena and you can also watch your team down there during rounds 1 or 2 if they're coming to our region. Okay, so wrapping up number 2 is attend a sporting event. Okay, so now we're on to number 3. So let's talk about the Cultural District. Let's talk about the theaters, the music halls, and what type of shows you can go see at any given time here in Pittsburgh. Places like the Benedum Center and Heinz Hall and even PPG Arena all host great shows. PPG has been notable for holding shows with like Disney on Ice for kids to attend and families to go to, Frozen, Aladdin, Monster Truck Jam. The shows and events are endless down there. Now, if you want to go to somewhere like the Benedum Center or Heinz Hall, you're moving more towards a specific area of interest and entertainment, with that being either the symphony or there might be a comedy show down there, or it could be a Broadway show. So in the past, one of the most notable Broadway shows that we've had in the city of Pittsburgh was The Lion King. I went there myself. That was a great one. We had a ton of fun watching that one. And also every year we go to Heinz Hall for the Holiday Pops concert. It's a great time to see the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra come out, show us their skills, sing-alongs with holiday music, and the big guy might even make an appearance for the kids. You won't know unless you go. And staying in the music scene, there's also tons of little music venues sprinkled all out through the city of Pittsburgh in different areas and different neighborhoods. Stage AE is down the North Shore. The Roxy Theater is just at the end of McKees Rocks, heading to West Carson Street. You've also got places like Mr. Smalls and Thunderbird Cafe. So to wrap up number 3 on our list of the top 5 things to do in the city of Pittsburgh is attend a show. Okay, so moving on to number 4 on our list is go to one of our museums. We have so many museums of art for people to go see, from the Andy Warhol Museum, who was a Pittsburgh native, the Children's Museum of Pittsburgh, the Carnegie Museum of Natural Art and History, or you could go to the Carnegie Science Center, which is also located down on the North Shore, right behind Heinz Field. AccuSure. The Carnegie Science Center is a fun place. It's great for all ages, and the way that it's set up, it has different levels for different age groups. So at the first level is going to be more geared towards toddlers and kids under the age of 5. As you move to the second level, it'll move from kids age 6 to 10. And then from there, it'll move to the third level, which is going to be preteen to teenager. And they also have an OmniMax theater, which is so fun to watch movies in. And there's also a naval ship in the river just outside of the Carnegie Science Center where people can go see how naval soldiers would live during their time at sea. So what are you going to see at the Carnegie Museum of Natural History? Dinosaurs. This will blow anybody's mind, especially your kids. There's an awesome dinosaur exhibit there with so many different dinosaurs, from T-Rex to everything smaller than that. I don't know them all, so I can't name them all, but I've been there before. My kids have loved it. I've seen adults having a great time there. It is definitely a top spot on my list with things that you can do in Pittsburgh. Okay, so wrapping up, number 4 is attend a museum. Okay, moving on to number 5. So number 5 is just going to be a catch-all for me, and I'll explain why. The city of Pittsburgh and the surrounding area is so versatile that you could do almost anything and enjoy whatever that is that you're doing. And I'll explain that with, say, going to the Mount Washington Overlook. All it costs you is getting there. It's low cost, and you get to be at the highest point of the city, overseeing all 3 rivers and the entire city. It is a great viewpoint if that's something you would like to do. Also, the Pittsburgh area has tons of green space. Staying on Mount Washington, there is the Emerald Trail on Mount Washington, where you could go for a hike. You could also go to Schenley Park. Schenley Park has biking trails and running trails that you can go on. And also being at Schenley Park, there's a disc golf course there, pickleball courts, tennis courts, a track, a golf course, Bob O'Connor golf course. So there's endless things that you can do in the city of Pittsburgh that won't cost you a ton, and you don't necessarily have to travel far if you want to be in nature. But if you do want to make a short drive outside the city of Pittsburgh, you could go north or south, east and west, 10 to 15 minutes, and you could also find some other parks and some different areas and neighborhoods where they also have trails. They also have golf courses. They also have disc golf, or a public park that offers splash pads and pavilions and playgrounds. Obviously, if the day is nice, you might want to spend your day there. If it's snowing, you still might want to spend your day there. You could be sled riding. Pittsburgh is a very hilly city, so it's often you could be driving past a golf course or a public park, and you'll see a ton of people outside whenever there's snow out there, and you're wondering, what are they doing? And all of a sudden, you see just this wave of people coming down the hillside, and everybody's out there sled riding. All right, so I just mentioned pickleball a little bit ago, and let's stay on that topic for just a second. There are pickleball courts everywhere. Most recently in the South Hills of Pittsburgh, there was a pickleball facility just built indoors, so you can play rain, snow, or shine indoors if you choose to. Also in the South Hills of Pittsburgh and in the North Hills too, you will find multiple parks have pickleball courts available. There are some places where you do have to register your time to go play because it is in such demand in our area. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little more geared towards the kids, but we also have some indoor trampoline parks too. That's always been a fun thing that my kids enjoy. There's been birthday parties that people have there. That's something else that you can also do in the city of Pittsburgh. More so gonna be in the North and South Hill suburbs of Pittsburgh than the actual city, but I thought it's worth mentioning because I've always seen that place packed during rainy days, snowy, cold winter months. Or you could check out your local rec center. I know specifically in the South Hills area, Upper St. Clair and Peters Township, they offer numerous programs for kids to come in and play games like dodgeball and wiffle ball and gaga ball, and just organized activities for them to do during the colder winter months. So if you're more geared towards fitness, there's plenty of trails and parks that you can go to. You can go run on the trails, you can go hike on the trails. There's plenty of opportunities to fish. There's plenty of opportunities to golf around here. It's just endless, and it's all dealer's choice, whichever one you want to take part in and what you want to do on that given day. We also have state game hunting lands around our area as well too. So if you're a hunter and you don't have your own 15 acres for you to hunt on, but you still want a place to go, there's probably 20 to 30 minute drives to get either south or north of Pittsburgh. There are some state game lands where you can go hunt on there. So to wrap up, number 5 was a catch-all. It's dealer's choice. It's whatever in your interest for that day and that time period. So bringing it all together, people are moving to Pittsburgh for numerous reasons, but the top 5 things to do in Pittsburgh cover a variety of different topics, from attending a sporting event to playing outside to going to concerts to museums. Endless opportunities all over the place. If you've been thinking about making a move to our area and there's more specific information that you would like to have, Please send me an email below and let me know what you're looking for, and I'll be sure to make more content on that or get you the answer to your question. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Again, my name is Tim Phillips with the Phillips team here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please hit that subscribe button, like button, ring the bell, and stick around. I'll see you next week, next Wednesday, for my next video.